Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Bitten episode 305, titled of Sonders Wait, which premiered Friday, March 11th, 2016 on Space. Guys, so sorry for the delay, but if you can't tell by my voice, I was kind of losing it for a few days, but it came time that I needed to record, and I should have done it immediately after the episode. Don't know why I didn't, but let's get right into it. 10-minute clock, and let's begin. So something new that we learned in this episode, basically we see three parts of the episode. We see the first one being Elena treating Sasha for his wounds from Roman, from the wolf bite that he got, which happened to be infected. And through this we learn more about Natalia and how Sasha became to fall in love with her, and how her death happened by Roman's hands. And another story was Clay and Alexei looking for the human that Alexei attacked. They had a whole bunch of possibilities of Alexei biting the human and impossibly turning into a werewolf, but eventually they found him dead with no signs of the change. So that was interesting to see, like, that whole process of how they deal with stuff like that, especially for a new wolf. And another thing that we focused on in this episode was Jeremy determining whether or not to kill Sheriff Karen Morgan, because he wasn't sure whether or not she saw anything werewolf related. Turns out she did, so he had to kill her. And then the episode leaves with Jeremy calling Elena and leaving her in charge as he plans to go after Roman by himself, and with Elena and Clay finding a USB drive at the gates of Stonehaven with footage of Marston getting tortured. Now, Marston is that werewolf that always wears a suit. He used to be part of the Mutts in the season 1, and then he gave his allegiance to Jeremy in the pack. So there's that. What was the most shocking moment of the episode? Sorry, hang on. So most shocking moment of the episode has to be Jeremy. It was in the moment though, but Jeremy gave off the impression that he was going to let Sheriff Karen Morgan leave, and that really surprised me, since in the past he's always been adamant about the fact that humans can't know their secret and that humans have to be killed if they do. But then that shock was rectified when he killed her while hugging her for comfort type thing. So yeah, at least he didn't go back on his word about that, because I would have been totally pissed if he let her go after everything else that we've seen of him of that situation, like with Elena. He was willing to kill Elena way back when, and such. So top 3 favorite moments of the episode. First one has to be Elena and Sasha talking about Natalia, and how that whole history started, and then eventually it did bring up Jeremy's treatment of the whole thing. Sasha telling Elena that Jeremy is doing everything he can to protect not just the pack, but to protect her specifically, because she's the heart of the pack. So that was pretty interesting in itself. Another favorite moment was the phone call between Elena and Jeremy. It was very emotional. They didn't want what was next to happen for them, which is Jeremy going off on his own to take care of Roman himself, when Elena wanted to help him and Elena wanted him to come home. So it's just very interesting to see how emotional that conversation went. And Elena gave Jeremy her forgiveness, I believe, for him wanting to kill her, or for all the tension between them. It was just, she specifically said she forgave him, so that meant something to him for sure. And the last favorite moment has to be when Alexei arrived home with Clay. The first thing that he did was Alexei went to hug Elena. It was kind of like, when kids have rough days and all they want is a hug from their parents. It kind of felt like that. Yes, Elena is Alexei's older sister, and I like the fact that he was comfortable enough to seek comfort from her when she's technically a stranger to him still, even though they're slowly building up that sibling bond between them. I just really like that hug, like in the previous episode before, or a few episodes before, Alexei was always asking about Elena and whether she was going to come or not, and always reminding us as the audience that he knew that she was his sister. So it was just great to see that just because he hasn't known her for as long, he's still treating her as if he's known her for a while, if that makes sense. Moving on to top peeved moments, the fact that Jeremy wants to go after Roman alone. I don't think that's going to end well, especially with this being the final season. That has me a little nervous, for sure. But moving on, what moment will I remember most as I look back on this episode? The fact that Jeremy left Elena in charge. It was happening during that phone call, but I wasn't expecting it. I would have thought he would have put Clay in charge, just because Clay has been a wolf longer. He's basically Jeremy's second in command, or beta, I guess is how wolves determine rank. But he gives it to Elena, so I liked it, and let's see what she does with it. Random questions. First one, will the pack follow orders and stay behind as Jeremy goes looking for Roman by himself? I would hope the pack would have his back, but I would think Jeremy is good enough with tracking to hide his own tracks. So we'll see how that goes. Last question. Will Nick and Katya, will they stay on the run, or will they return home to everyone else? We didn't really see much of them in this episode. We only saw bits of Nick when he was on the phone with Elena. So hopefully we get to see them return home, or she gets the news that both her father and brother are relatively safe at Stonehaven, since they have Roman looking for them too. So we'll see if we get to see them again. So moving on to predictions. No promo for the next episode that I've seen, but based off of what happened this episode, I predict that Elena and Clay are going to look into Marston's disappearance. I think Roman is the one who captured him and is torturing him on that USB stick. So who knows to what extent they'll do something about it. And also, another prediction, well, it's obvious. It was stated in this episode, but Jeremy's going after Roman. But let's see how he does it. And that's about it. So what did you guys think of the episode? What did you like about it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check my other videos if you haven't done so already. Sorry for the weird length and tone of this video. Hopefully I'll get better soon. But if you want a little bit more about Tumblr links, I blog everything Bitten related that comes across my dashboard. So the link for that page is down below. It's not really as extensive as any of the other shows I cover, but it's, if you want to see stuff like that, then go right ahead, link below. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Hope you come back next week to see what I have to say about the next episode. There's only, I believe, 4 or 5 episodes left of the whole series. So let's see what happens. But until then, this is Mel. Wish you a great day, great week, wherever you are. Bye for now.